Hi and welcome. So before we get into this video, I simply wanted to say thank you so much for all your subscriptions, for all your comments and your thumbs up. I've recently passed 9,000 subscribers and now I'm looking forward to get to my next achievement, to my next goal of reaching 10,000 subscribers. And I just want to let you know my channel would be nothing without you guys. So I really appreciate. Thank you so much. And now let's head into today's video. So in the last years, I have stumbled upon some questions that have been asked over and over again. So in this video, I want to come up with 20 essential tips for composers, musicians in general that are looking for, getting their YouTube channel done, want to see some growth, or didn't even start yet. So here we go. I've seen many people that try to grow their channel with the like for like method, meaning they ask people to subscribe to their channel and in return that person will subscribe to the other person's channel too. Also, I have seen huge lists of composers' YouTube channels, for example on Facebook groups, encouraging each other to follow each other on YouTube. To be honest, this is nonsense. So disregarding if the YouTube algorithm detects these things or not, there is a very simple explanation on why this doesn't work. So imagine you have a candy store and there are also other people that own candy stores. You will ask these candy store owners to visit your candy store because they know in return you will visit their candy store. But that doesn't mean that anyone is interested in your candies. So coming back to YouTube, you will eventually see a growth in your subscription number, but that doesn't mean that anyone is interested in your content. So the best way to grow your YouTube channel is one very simple thing: create content regularly. Off to the next point, and this would probably need an entire video on its own. Your audio quality, especially when you're talking to a camera, is very important. So you're heading into the world of professional audio, so you want to make sure that your microphone recording quality is appropriate. So if you're working with OBS, you can route your microphone directly into OBS and apply VST plugins with what is called filters inside OBS. Therefore, you can make use of all your known limiters, compressors, EQs, as if you would use them inside your digital audio workstation. However, if you experience problems of routing your audio from your digital audio workstation to OBS, make sure to download Restream by the Cocos Reaper guys. You can find a link somewhere around this video here because I did a dedicated video on how to set up Restream. Unfortunately, it's Windows only, but it's the easiest way. Okay, next point. If you are unsure in front of the camera, if you are not a native English speaker like me, or you simply want to work more efficiently, script your videos. So it may have happened before. You record something, you drift off, you don't remember the whole point of the video, and suddenly you find yourself re-recording your video over and over again. So instead of doing this, just simply script your videos. It may take a little bit of time to write a little document, but it will save you tons of working time. So the next question I hear very often: how do you get that much content done in such a short amount of time? And the simple trick, well, it's not really a trick, is to have a ready-to-go setup. So all I have to do is turn on my camera, turn on my lights, fire up OBS, and I'm ready to record. Also, there is a great advantage of using OBS in combination with Camlink. Camlink is a little device that enables your HDMI output of your camera to go directly into OBS and therefore record it right away. So no need to record on SD cards and then copy that stuff over to a hard drive and go from there. So basically all is set up and ready to record whenever I want to. So here's another essential point, and Gary Vee was talking about this recently too. Don't always think content. Also once in a while think documenting. So in other words, it always doesn't have to be library reviews or tutorials about something. And especially if you are an aspiring composer that is about starting a new YouTube channel, things can be quite overwhelming once in a while. So what should I post? Is my content good enough? So as I said before, it can be really refreshing to think documenting rather than creating valuable content all the time. So why not make your very first video a simple introduction of yourself? Why not documenting your journey as an aspiring composer? Why not talk about some success stories or things that have been going wrong this week? The great thing about thinking documenting once in a while is because it makes you you human. And in my opinion, if there is anything we need more in this world right now, it is humanity. And of course, it makes the decision a little bit easier on what to post because you have more options available. Okay, next point. In my opinion, there is no other service like YouTube that gives you that detailed information about how your videos are performing. See what of your videos have performed best and then optimize future and upcoming videos and see how they perform. I mean, of course, your main priority is to enjoy creating content and not becoming some kind of a robot for the YouTube algorithm. But it really helps to see how you can improve, and in my opinion, the best way is to check your YouTube analytics and get familiar on how to use them. Okay, next point. Get your YouTube SEO right. This is something very essential because depending on how well you care about your YouTube search engine optimization, people have it easier to find your videos. Plus, YouTube can recommend your videos easier to people that are most likely interested in your content. So this topic, of course, is way more deep, but just make sure that the title matches the description and that the title and the description matches the text that you are using. For example, if you do a library review of sample library X, your title should be sample library review of sample library title. And the description should contain something like, this is my sample library review of sample library X. And also the text should contain sample library review and then another tag, name of the sample library. So here's a little example. Over a year ago, Orchestral Tools released a library called Time Micro, and I did a walkthrough video to that. I optimized my title, the description, and the tags, and applied, of course, a nice looking thumbnail. Suddenly, over 1 year later, I noticed a significant increase in watch time on that video. So after a bit of browsing, I found out that Orchestral Tools had a bundle deal going on for their most recent orchestral atmosphere libraries, which included Time Micro. So obviously people were looking for walkthrough videos of Time Micro, and because I optimized my video in terms of SEO, it was easier to find. So in fact, if you type Time Micro into YouTube and you check videos for that, my video will be most likely among the top 5 videos you will find there. So be aware of your SEO because YouTube simply has it easier to recommend your videos, and both sides will gain from this. Okay, so if you find that topic of SEO optimization too complicated or overwhelming, I can really recommend, this is my next point, TubeBuddy. So this helpful tool is a no-brainer when it comes to getting the right text going, getting the right title and the right description going. And then you can see how well your video performs across YouTube. In case if you're interested in that, and there's also a free version involved, I put a link down in the video description. So here's one of these questions that I heard most over the last years. Why should anyone be interested in what I do? So see it from this point of view. You are, for example, a professional composer that is around for 5 years already. Rest assured that there are other composers out there that are just 1 year into this business. You are a singer that started a YouTube channel a year ago. There is always a singer that started a YouTube channel a month ago. You are a guitar player that started a month ago, and there is always a guitar player that is about to get started on YouTube. So to make it short, there is always someone who is interested in what you have to offer. Also, we probably all remember that one music teacher we learn most from, right? And this is not only why content matters, but who does it and how. I mean, there could be millions of videos about orchestration techniques. If you are that charming person and you do a great job by demonstrating on how all this works, people will most likely watch your videos and not others. So let me get to the next point. I don't feel comfortable in front of a camera. Yes, that happens. Please be reminded that you once felt uncomfortable to walk. The advantage back then was you were too young to realize and to worry about what could go wrong. You just did it because you wanted to do it. So basically that thinking that kept you inside your comfort zone was literally non-existent. My recommendation, just stop the thinking and do it. Just go for it. Do it! If you fall down, get up again, adjust your crown, and make it better the next time. By the way, if you are about to buy some groceries, are you thinking about how to enter the store, how to look, or how to speak? No, you just do it because you are used to it. And this is exactly the problem. If you are not used to it, you feel uncomfortable. Okay, next point. The more you get familiar with your camera, the more you want to edit your shots. You may speak a couple of lines and suddenly you say, I kinda looked funny at this moment, or that you did a weird face, or that your voice went up into some embarrassing way, that your accent may not be perfect. I mean, seriously, who cares? Just keep in mind that you are the only being on this planet, in fact, in the entire solar system, or even more, the entire universe, that experiences yourself differently than everyone else does. So there is no need in acting. Just be natural. I mean, try to be as natural as possible with all your tics, with all your flaws, with all your disabilities. Because this is the youest you. And even more, people like people that behave naturally. Okay, so the following is the most important thing that the YouTube algorithm cares about besides the SEO. Interaction with your videos and the retention rate. It absolutely matters how you interact with your viewers. Give their comment a like and a heart and simply comment back and be thankful. In case there is a negative comment of someone trying to hurt you, simply reply the following. Thanks for taking the time to interact with my channel. That will boost my discoverability. Thank you. Have a great day. Goodbye. I also previously mentioned the retention rate. This basically means how long people stick with your video, and the best case would be that someone watches your video from the beginning to the very end in one bit. And how to optimize your retention rate I will talk about in the next point. It is absolutely crucial to edit your videos. So basically get rid of all your uhs and all these pauses you don't really know what to do, or in case if there is some loading time involved. I mean, it's a bit sad, but things are as they are. First, we always have more important things to do. And second, the average attention rate is just something like 8 seconds. In the first few seconds will decide over if people will stick watching your video or not. I mean, besides that, you want to bring information across as dense as possible. Nobody likes to watch a 30-minute video when there is just information of just 1 minute available. And also, no one likes pauses of like 10 seconds only because someone decided to drink some water. I mean, imagine watching a high-paced action fantasy movie and the main character says something like this. Oh, I may want to head into a 15-minute nap before we head into the magic forest. And then the camera stays on the character for the entire 15 minutes. Great movie. So really take the time and edit your videos to make them as interesting as possible. It is absolutely worth it. Okay, next point. What if people dislike my videos? Sorry to ask, but what happens if a plane crashes at your house and causes a sinkhole to open to swallow away all of your loved ones? Again, stop the thinking process and simply do what you love. I mean, the more you grow, the more professional you become, the more known you will become. And even if you do everything as perfect as possible, there is always someone around that will drop a negative comment. So just to set that right, you don't want to confuse negative comments with constructive criticism. This is very important because, hey, there are people out there that took the time and wrote to you in order to help you to improve your channel. So in case there is someone out there who wants to help you to improve, appreciate it. However, as I said before, there will always be someone that drops a negative comment that insults you for no reason. And to be honest, just personally saying, if someone insults me for no reason, I just feel sorry for that person. I mean, seriously, it's their way to vent about their personal problems that they haven't been able to solve yet. So I mean, hand on the heart, if someone tries solving their own personal frustrations and problems by trying to bring down others, not my problem. End of story. So we already talked about a bunch of questions and I hopefully was able to answer a few, but these answers may have triggered more questions. So for now, I just want to let you know, take it easy and chill a bit and don't make the mistakes that many audio artists do out there. Overthinking the process. How should you do this scene, for example? I need more cameras because I want to film myself from 3 different angles. I need to remix that snare because I do a video about it because it still doesn't sound right. Should I use a simple blend from one scene to another or do some kind of a fancy transition? And besides that, it can be that before you even get started, all these questions are just an excuse to not start at all. So especially in the beginning, keep it simple, stop overthinking the process and get started already. Okay, so next point, how often should I post on YouTube? And I have to say this totally depends on your own workload. The best is to see probably first if you can do it once a month, because simply posting once a month regularly is better than posting once and then not for 3 months or even longer. It is also a good thing to maybe produce 3 or 4 videos ahead so that you have a little bit of buffer just in case you're getting sick or you are getting stuck in a tight deadline. Most importantly, don't put too much pressure on yourself and just see what's possible. However, of course, you can grow faster the more often you upload a video. Ideally, you want to get to that point of where you are able to at least upload once a week. Okay, next point. Is it important to be visible in the video? So even though there may be no scientific evidence about this, I would say a big yes. In a world where you see web pages with not even a single picture of a composer, in my opinion, it is even needed more than ever. And I would say if this YouTube channel is about you and what you do, it is a little bit better to at least be visible once in a while during a video. I mean, of course, it's just a personal opinion and I'm not sure how you think about this. And of course, it also depends on the topic of the video. But just asking here, would you potentially work with someone that you are not even able to get a little bit of a personal impression? I mean, why there are application meetings at companies? So why not give other composers or potential clients, customers, producers a little chance of getting a little bit of a personal impression on you? Can't hurt. Okay, next point. I see a lot of videos out there that don't make use of these 2 features that are available on YouTube. The first feature I'm talking about is ending cards. So this is basically the entry ticket for someone who just watched a video and want to see more to go to the next video. And in that next video, somebody would like to check something similar to that topic in the next video and the next one. So people always ask on how to increase their watch time in order to receive those needed 4,000 watch hours in order to get monetized. Well, there is one solution to the problem and you definitely don't want to miss out on using this. The other feature I wanted to talk about is playlists. So you may have tutorials on your YouTube channel. You also maybe have sample library walkthroughs. So the best thing is to offer a nice and tidy channel by sorting all these videos into playlists. Okay, tip number 19, thumbnails. So let me ask you a question. What video would you click? One video with GUI of a DAW and some small camera in the lower right corner, or a designed thumbnail that is sticking out with an easy to read font and colors? I also recommend to put your face on that thumbnail because people are more likely to check out a video that involves human emotion. I mean, you may find it silly by creating a thumbnail where someone is looking amazed, surprised, sad, or happy until you tried it and check your analytics. Okay, last point, how to easily get monetized on YouTube. As already mentioned in the beginning of the video, people do these like for like things, and we already talked about that this is not the best idea to do. So how to get monetized? Make sure to optimize your SEO, make use of your analytics and see what works best, and then improve your upcoming videos. The most essential thing is that you create interesting topic on a regular basis. Then share your videos with your friends and across your social media accounts. Be patient, don't rush it, think long term, and I promise you things will roll by itself. There is no fast way into this. Additionally, to get closer to the 4,000 watch hours, besides the 1,000 subscribers you need in order to get your channel monetized, is to do live streaming on YouTube. Okay, we did it. That was a lot of stuff, but I hope it was really helpful to you. As always, I would be really happy if you give this video a thumbs up. Even subscribe to my channel just in case if you haven't already. This would mean the world to me, and it would make things a lot easier to come up with future content. So you already spent a lot of time with me. I want to make it short. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you people out there. Stay safe and see you on my next video.